All right, we're a little late. We got to start moving. Today is a fun day. As you see, we have printouts. I had a little bit of arts and craft.
Put the shirt up yesterday, Mama, like right away. Thank you.
It was good.
Well, I think I could learn it.
Oh, you weren't here?
No, I wasn't.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Now I noticed. Now. All right. We're holding Daf Tzadik Zayin Omid Aleph. We did something that's not really appropriate for Daf Yomi. We went way into the next day's Daf, but realizing afterwards it might have been a very good idea because today we have some interesting sugyas. So starting almost in the middle of the Daf, Tzadik Zayin Omid Aleph, by the two dots, Arba Snifim Shel Zav Hoyu Sham. So we were discussing the poles that held up the breads from the side. There was 4 snifim. We always wanted to know what these words meant, and now we know. Elu tfusim. There were forms for the breads. So that's ka'aroisov. Kapoisov elu bezichim. There are the spoons that hold the frankincense. Umenakiyoisov elu konim. So these are the konim that we're discussing. These are the half circles that go between the breads and keep out the mold. We're good? Asher yusach bohein. Yusach, what does Yusach mean? Yusach is a lashon of sechach. Covered. Because these konim lay on top of the breads, they're over the breads. Each bread has 3 konim over it, going into the snifim. They're held semi by the snifim, semi by the bread. Moisev Rava, lo yisidra konim v'lo nitilosam doiches es Shabbos. Thank you. It says, we learned yesterday that you cannot remove the konim on Shabbos, and therefore you remove them on Erev Shabbos, and you put them back on Motzi Shabbos. And if you're telling me that we learned it out from the Pasuk, it's a mefurish word in the Pasuk that you have konim, amay doiches Shabbos. It makes no sense. The Torah tells you to put menaki yosov, so anything that's in the Torah should push off Shabbos. Especially the whole reason that we had, first Rashi started off that's muktzah, then muktzah doesn't apply in the Beis HaMikdash. So Rashi comes up that it looks like boina and soiser. It looks like boina and soiser, but it's a mefurish pasuk that you should do it. So the whole thing, what happens? Says the Gemara, nah, I made a mistake. It's not a good kasha. The Snan, Klal Omer Rebbe Kiva, we just had it in our Mishnah, and we had it in Shabbos. Kol melacha she'efshar lo la'soisa me'erev Shabbos ein edoiches haShabbos. Anything that you could do before Shabbos, the classic example is bris milah, that you could schlep the knife erev Shabbos, so you're not allowed to do it on Shabbos. The actual milah you could do on Shabbos. Haninami says Rava efshar lo yidochi Shabbos alayu taimamai. What's the whole point? The Torah says, it shouldn't become moldy. So therefore, this is considered a malacha that you could do erev Shabbos because it's not going to become moldy even if we remove the konim erev Shabbos and we put them back on Motzei Shabbos. That's not enough time for it to become moldy. So how does it work? Now we said each bread was 2 Yisroinos. Yisroin is about 5 pounds, so you have 10 pounds per bread. If you add all the water and everything to it, approximately 20 pounds per bread. You have 5 breads, 6 breads, 120 pounds. Now, you had to lift up. No? You're not asking to this cheshbon? It's approximately, if you do the math, you add water.
Yeah, but a lot of the water disappears.
Right. I'm saying with all that.
How big was the bread though? You said it was.
You weren't here. Oh, you didn't watch yesterday.
I watched. It was like you said, not 3 meters.
10 tefachim. 10 tefachim and fold it up. It doesn't matter how big it was. It was heavy. I'm just trying to come up here. What's going on? So you have 5 breads resting on the 6th bread. You have approximately, I'm just throwing out a number, 100 pounds. But these kohanim were very strong. They could throw a feather from one side of the mizbech to the other. He lifts it up with his pinky, 100 pounds, sticks in the rod, lets it go, lifts up the other end, sticks in this middle one, then another one. One by one, that's how he sticks in the 3 konim. But you have to understand that these breads are laying there with all their weight. Imagine 2 bags of cement. These are heavy things. No problem. Lifts it up, puts it in. So Erev Shabbos, he removes these rods and puts them to the length of the shulchan, not to the width of the shulchan. In other words, they are laying from Mizrach to Ma'ariv, east to west.
He takes them off, prepare for the next day's bread.
For Motzei Shabbos, yeah. Motzei Shabbos nichnas. And on Motzei Shabbos he comes in. Magbia roisha shel challah. He lifts up the head of the challah. I just stuck that in because it seems so. He lifts up the head of the challah. This head of the challah weighs 100 pounds because there's 5 challahs on top of it. Umachnes konet achteo, and he puts a rod underneath it. V'choizer magbia roisha shel challah, and then he lifts up the other side. Umachnes konet achteo. But there's 3 rods. In between each bread, there's 3 half-circle rods. Says the Gemara, 4 chalos, right? There's 6 chalos on top in each row. The bottom one doesn't need anything. Doesn't need a rod underneath it. It just needs a rod on top of it. So really what we're discussing here is 4 chalos on top of it, which need 3 konim, which is a total of 12. 4 times 3 is 12. Hel yoina, what's underneath the top bread? Not on top of the top bread, but underneath the top bread. On top of bread number 6, all the way on top, only 2 rods. You don't need 3. Why? Because it is only 20 pounds. Its weight is not that much, so that only requires 2 rods. The bottom bread that's laying on the table itself obviously doesn't need a rod because it's on the table.
It was only because they were worried about it getting moldy.
Correct.
Now,
You weren't stuck on the sides on the wood?
They were. Both, that's what I said.
So it carries
Both.
some of the weight.
Exactly. Carried some of the weight, and the bread carried some of the weight, and together. These are very flimsy rods. These are not, and they're half rods. They were hollow, not very strong. So together, that's what I said. Together, they were stuck in the snifim, laying on top of the bread. Combination of the 2 of them together, they held up these breads.
I can just about see him sliding those rods in from the side. But how does he get them into the hollows of the side thing?
Into the snifim, because they were obviously very. First of all, they were in the form. These breads were in a form, so they were exact every single week, and these holes were exactly right above that form.
You're sliding them in from the side.
What? He lifted it up. He lifted up the breads. There's a gap.
Enough to put the column in at an angle so they fit into the uprights.
Why is it an angle? He goes from the side, one side of the shulchan to the other, slides them in.
But then he misses the hollows.
Why would he miss the hole? I don't understand. The hole is slightly above the bread. Oh, you're saying slightly below the bread? It's exactly with the bread. See, I almost understand what you're asking. I could hear. Fine, Rabbi, so let's get it together here. He understands. It's slightly underneath, it's slightly of angle.
So how are you getting it in there? When we build a base in English, are we going to do these rods?
Yeah.
We can do any way we want.
No, it says in the
Menachos.
Torah, Menachos Yosef. Menachos Yosef, it says in the Torah, you have to put these rods.
Every single thing that was the way it was, we need to do it that way.
Exactly that way. Yes, Avada.
It's not like because that's the way it worked. Maybe
No.
a better way to work. We'll
No.
put a ventilation system.
No, Mapitom, Menach Yosef, Karoisov, Snifim. In Mendy's Beis Hamikdash, it's going to work slightly different. But the Torah says, how you weren't here. Mendy has his own, it's going to be proper. No mold, cleanliness, the whole thing. Special.
But you say in the mindset, these are halachos.
Of course, it's Psukim, Menach Yosef. Now we just learned it. We had a Mishnah, we didn't know what's going on. Rods. Now we say Menach Yosef.
The Beis Hamikdash was an island cotton. It's represented the whole world.
Yeah.
In every detail.
No mold.
So,
No mold in the world.
So these rods had a function.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't make up your own functions. So how many rods do we have total?
28.
28. 14 on each side, times 2 is 28.
Like on the Menachos, every little thing.
What's the Shabbos about?
Boinin Soiser according to Rashi, and Tosfos says it looks like Boinin Soiser, right? Rashi says looks like Boinin Soiser. Tosfos doesn't like that at all. Yeah. Oh, you mean good China. For other Kohanim. I'm saying Yisraelim, the other side means that Yisraelim who make a mistake in Menachos and how Lina don't make a mistake over here, it looks like he's working. Even for himself. Even if nobody's watching, he himself looks like he's buying in Soiser. Yeah, we got to go weiter. Rabbi said we got to go weiter because we have a beautiful sugya coming up. Right now. It's not awesome.
Article, by the way, says that it was probably Muktzah, the way Rashi said it. It was an earlier version of Muktzah.
But there is no muktzah. There's no.
At the beginning.
Okay. But Tosfos says kashas on that. Fine. Not awesome.
Tosfos says Muktzah?
No, Rashi started off with muktzah, then he goes away from that. Not awesome. Gershon, you're gonna love this
You
sugya.
understand what I'm saying? What's bothering me here?
No, afterwards you'll tell me. Not awesome. Remei Oimer, Kol Amoy Shahoyu B'Mikdash Beininios. Rabbi Isai, we got to get it together because this is serious stuff. It's fun, but we have to halt cup here. Whoever has these, again, Agdama. Today I started printing late, and my printer went out in the middle, and I did not know where I misplaced my stapler. So there's all sorts of issues. Plus, I was able to print on my large paper. I printed on my large paper, but it didn't come out. I couldn't copy off this guy's thing. These pages are done by a guy from our koil. Well, he doesn't learn the koil, but he comes around the koil. His name is Simon Wolf. You know him? I think you might have gone to the shir in Masses. He gives the Daf Yomi shir every day. He has the entire shas on audio now. He's on a second time. He's a big Talmid Chacham. He's from that name, from the Ingedi neighborhood. And he did an unbelievable job. He has a lot, not every daf, he has like every few daf, he has stuff like this. So I went on there and I was in the middle of drawing it, and he basically saved me a ton of time, and he did a great job. So, kol kavod to Simon Wolf. Al Kopanim goes like this. There are 3 amos in the Beis HaMikdash, in the world. There's 3 amos. 3 measurements of amma. Amma means from my elbow to here. But how many tefachim is that? See, my hand might be longer than yours. So, a Beinoni, the middle measurement is 6. 6 tefachim. The smallest measurement is 5 tefachim. And for whatever reason, the Baruch Hu said some things are measured in 5, and some things are measured in 6. To the point where this Mizbeach, as the Gemara is going to describe, this, by the way, I got from Oitzar Mishkan, which I got permission yesterday. Here's the letter. I got permission yesterday to copy and show you guys whatever you want. But I was waiting for the letter from ArtScroll. And Baruch Hashem, that came in at 1 o'clock in the morning, 12:30, from Gedalia Zlatowitz, the president of ArtScroll. He says, I'm allowed to copy it once and not give it out to the Olam. Whoever wants to see this letter, here you go. So this is a big simcha. I got out of my bed, I made a record. Because I'm sorry Nachman is not here. This I did, I had all this, so Nachman is never going to see this, but
Nachman didn't think he'd get this.
Nachman is a writer for ArtScroll, and he said it's not, they're sticklers, it's not going to happen. But Reb Gedalia came through, Baruch Hashem, Shkoyach Reb Gedalia.
Are you allowed to copy the letter?
If you want to pass this down, you could. It's 2 pages, and this is from Oitzar Mishkan. I just have to say on each thing that it comes from the Masorah Heritage Foundation, from the ArtScroll Shas. So remind me, please, to say that. What?
With their permission.
With their permission.
Plugging in there.
How do you? It has to be computerized and have to write it. Yeah. Okay, so what I was trying to say here before I interrupted myself is on the Mizbeach itself, Rabbi say, listen to this. On the Mizbeach itself, we measure it sometimes with 6 tvachim per amma, sometimes 5 tvachim per amma, depending on what part of the Mizbeach to confuse us and to make it interesting.
But the amma is the same size of always?
No, the amma is either 6. Yeah, the amma itself, when I tell you a meter, I either mean 100 centimeters or I mean 80 centimeters. depending on what I'm talking about. And in this particular case, I'm using the 80 and the 100 in the same exact cleat. From here to here, I'm going to measure 100 centimeters. From here to here, 80. The marshal. Okay?
The difference how you hold your fist, if it's sheikhel fist or...
No. It's a complete measurement. It's 5 tvachim, 6 tvachim. It's a certain centimeters, right? What?
It's a loaded measure.
Right. Not per person. Per. They had a stick. This was a.
It's made bigger, enlarged.
Now, let me just tell you the sugya real quickly about peh. This is the whole next amud, and it's very, very simple. The Gemara says, maybe the way I'm counting the amos, and I'm changing off from 5 to 6 tvachim per amma, is on the vertical. And the Gemara says that's impossible, because of a halacha that tells me that I'm allowed to stand on this ledge. The kohen could stand on this ledge while he shechs a bird with his finger, he does malika, and he could spray the blood 1 amma below him. The problem is that if you measure small amos, the 1 amma goes underneath this red line. And that for sure he can't do. He can never go below the red line. The red line is the center of the mizbeach. If you're gonna not squeeze, no, shorten them. You're gonna
Minimize.
no
Shrink.
Israeli had to come up with the word. If you're gonna shrink those Israeli American, you're gonna shrink those amas to 5. It's gonna give me a major problem. That this mission that tells me that I could spray the blood 1 amma below this ledge. Oh, time out. For those who haven't been here for Zvachim, let's just step one step back. This is the Mizbeach HaChitzoin. There's two Mizbeachos. One is Mizbeach Hazav. It's a tiny little cute guy in the Heichal. It's 1 amma by 1 amma. This is the giant, the famous Mizbeach. This is where we do all the karbanos. Now, you have to understand these things because we're going to be talking about them. This is the kevesh, right? You go up the kevesh. Next to it, there's a little ledge. You could come off the kevesh in the middle, make a right turn, and go up a ledge, and this brings you around the mizbeach. Okay? Down here, which we're going to be discussing, and it's not in the picture, is the base. It's like a step all the way in the bottom. That's 1 amma by 1 amma. This ledge is 1 amma. These horns are also 1 amma. Okay? The horns, ledge, and the base. Which, how come it's not here? Because it didn't go around the entire mizbeach. It was only on certain sides, depending on Binyamin and Yehuda.
The west and the north.
Thank you. Over here, it's on this side, but unfortunately it's not on this side. And there's piles of wood, fire, not for today. What we're going to be discussing is this red line. You can see the red here. We're going to be discussing the base, we're going to be discussing this ledge, and we're going to be discussing these horns. And a little bit of this ramp. If you notice here, it's very accurate.
It's not actually something big.
Chut HaSikra is a mark, a red line.
It was a mark.
Yeah, above the red line, below the red line, came from this. And it was exactly in the middle of the Mizbeach.
And he was crossing the red line.
Crossing the red line. Very good.
I
crossed the red line with the Gershon.
From the ground to the top, or from the arm up to the top?
From the ground. From the ground to the middle is the Chut
How much
HaSikra.
total?
Oh, that's exactly what we're going to be discussing. Oh, now, the other option is that where did we go wrong? Not wrong. Where did the amos shrink? Not in the vertical, but in the horizontal. Meaning, on this ledge going this way, and the keren going this way, and on the base where you sit, the flat part, not the horizontal, not the vertical, but the horizontal, those are shrunken. Those are 5 tvachim. If you're going to say that's the pshat, so the Gemara says, well, that will shrink the middle.
Right.
And the middle has to be 24 amas. And according to you, it's less than 24 amas, so the Gemara throws that pshat away also. And that's basically the whole next amud, ba'arichos. I just gave you a little rundown on how it goes. And the final pshat of the Gemara is that's a combination of horizontal and vertical. One of them, the base is shrunken vertically. Then when you come to the ledge, it's shrunken horizontally. So it doesn't ruin much. It just takes off a tevach that we don't care about that. Okay, you get the picture? The basic picture? That's the basic picture. Let's see it inside. Says the Gemara, you remember yesterday we learned the machloikis between Rameir and Rabbi Yehuda, how wide was the shulchan. Rameir said the shulchan was 6 tvachim by 12 tvachim, Rabbi Yehuda said it's 5 by 10. Why? because the shulchan was 1 amma by 2 amos. What is an amma? According to Rabbi Yehuda, amma is only 5 tvachim. According to Rabbi Meir, amma is 6 tvachim. So it changes the size, a physical size of the shulchan, according to Rabbi Meir and Rabbi Yehuda. Now also, Rabbi Meir oimer kol amos shoyu b'migdosh beinoniyos. So all the amos in the migdosh, says Rabbi Meir, were the medium ones. What's a medium amma? 6 tvachim, because the smaller one is 5 tvachim, and the largest one is more than 6 tvachim. So 6 tvachim is the middle one. Chutz, now he makes an exception, that Rabbi Yehuda agrees to this exception. Chutz mimizbach hazov. The mizbeach Torah's inside the heichal was only 1 amma. What kind of amma was it? A 5 tvachim amma. V'hakeren. The horn on the mizbeach. This horn right over here, the 4 horns, were an amma by amma, but what kind of amma? 5 tvachim amma. V'hasoivev. The soivev is this ledge going around the mizbeach. It's an amma, but what kind of amma? 5 tvachim amma. Vayisoid, and the base, which is behind this mizbeach, which we can't see, is also, you can see it in this picture, if you have this guy. Now we can go to Simon. Simon says that here's the yisoid.
Oh, I got that one.
It's 1 amma, but it's 1 amma of 5 tvachim. We're going to see whether this way or this way. Zog the Gemara, Rabbi Yehuda Omer. 2 feet, not bad. 5 tvachim is less than 2 feet. Yeah. No. Oh yeah, 1 foot. No, 1 amma is about 2 feet, and 5 tvachim is less.
Scary.
It's about 12 feet above ground. No, not the worst. Says the Gemara, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Amas binyan shisha tvachim, b'shel kelim chamisha. So now, the whole machlokes here is how big a kli is. The machlokes between Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Meir is not in these 4 things that we mentioned: the soivev, the base, the ledge, the keren, and the mizbach hazav. Those they all agree is 5 tvachim. The machlokes would be only in other kelim. Let's say the shulchan, like we discussed yesterday. Rabbi Meir holds the shulchan is 6 tvachim per amma, and Rabbi Yehuda says it's only 5 tvachim per amma. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Amas binyan shisha tvachim. When it comes to a building, it's shisha tvachim. What is a mizbeach? This mizbeach, what is it called? A kli or a building? This kli or building? Rabbi son. Building, very much a building. It's cement, poured cement, one after another. Remember, it had forms. It's heavy duty. It doesn't move anywhere. If you want to get this down, you need a bulldozer. So it's building. So it's shisha tvachim. V'shel kelim, says Rabbi Yehuda, all kelim are 5 tvachim. Omer Rabbi Yochanan, u'shnei mikra echad darshu. Both of them are basically basing their machlokes on the same words, similar to what we had yesterday, the same kind of concept. It says in Yecheskel, v'elam midas hamizbeach, hard words here, that in the future Beis Hamikdash, these are the measurements of the mizbeach. What kind of mizbeach are we talking about? The mizbeach hachitzoin, this guy that we're just discussing. Bo'amois, what kind of amma? Amma v'toifach. It's the amma of 5 plus a tefach, meaning a 6 tvachim amma. And then you have to stick in the word like, you don't have to stick it in, but in order to understand, you have to stick in the word like, but when it comes to the chayk, and the Gemara is going to explain what the chayk is, meaning the base, when it comes to the base, now we're changing from 6 down to 5. And that's the whole sugya here. When I'm measuring this mizbeach, if I tell you this mizbeach is 32 amos by 32 amos, I'm talking about what kind of amma? A 6 tefach amma. When I'm telling you from here to there, I'm talking about a 6. But when I'm talking about the base of the mizbeach, I have to switch to a 5 tefach amma. V'cheiko amma, ve'amma roichav. Hard words here. And the ledge, it's different. Ugvula svasa. Gvula svasa, the Gemara is going to say in a second, means the horn, the keren. Those are not 6, those are 5. Why? Stop. For fun. El svaza sovev zer se'echad, v'zeh gav zer se'echad, by the way, over here it definitely means, not like you guys were telling me that it means a pinky, but over here it means a half a amma, from here to here. And if you do 2 of them, because you're measuring from the middle, you do 2 of them, you have a full amma. That's how big the keren was. V'zeh gav ha-mizbeach. And this is the top of the Mizbeach, meaning now the Pasuk, it's Mamash, Yecheskel is very, very difficult. It means now we're talking about a different Mizbeach. Mizbeach Hazov is also in the 5 Tefach Amma. Now the Gemara just goes to explain exactly what I just told you. Cheiko Amma ze Yisoid. This guy on the bottom. This step on the bottom, it's all the way in the bottom, it's 1 Amma by 1 Amma. That's an Amma of 5 Tvachim. Amma Roichav is a Soiviv. The ledge that we're showing you here, this guy. The ledge is also in a 5 Tefach Amma. And the last part of the pasuk is talking about the horns. Now, the Gemara, basically, Reb Meir and Reb Yehuda are being mechulik what the word zeh is, I think. Zeh gav hamizbeach. This is the top of the mizbeach, the mizbeach hazov. That they're all 5 tfachim. Reb Meir sovar that the word zeh means zeu ba'ama bas chamisha. Only this mizbeach and these other 3 things are 5 tefachim or kol amis kelim. But when I'm talking about the shulchan and the menorah and everything else in the Beis Hamikdash, it's all kelim ba'ama bashisha. It's all 6 tefachim, and therefore the shulchan is how big? 6 tefachim wide by 12 tefachim long, because it's 1 amma by 2 ammas. Rabbi Yehuda Savar kazeh that the word zeh gav mizbeach means kazeh, not zeh but kazeh. You call amis kelim. Look at this mizbeach hazov, and just like this mizbeach hazov is a kli, and it's only 5 tefachim wide, so all the kelim of Beis Hamikdash are also go by 5 tefachim. So how big is the shulchan? That's 1 amma by 2 ammas. It's 5 tefachim by 10 tefachim, and that's why, according to him, the bread had to be folded up 2.5 tefachim on each side because it didn't fit v'chudu, and according to Rameir, you fold it up less. Okay. Now starts the fun. The 3 things. If you want, we could go to page number 1, where it would say in your page, so now, we're going to say, the Gemara is going to come up and say that where was it 5 tefachim on this mizbeach hachitzayin? Vertically, upwards. Some of it we have to change into 5 tefachim. Some of it will remain 6 tefachim, so that you can shake your head. Okay? Let's see how it works. Says the Gemara, Kosol kedaitoch mi yisoid va'at soivev ba'amo bas chamisha b'goyva. Oh. In this picture for a second, from the bottom all the way to the ledge is 5 tefachim per amo. How many amas is this? How many amas? 6 amas. Times 5 tefachim is 30 tefachim. Look at this guy over here. If you have it over here, it's very clear. From this bottom line till the ledge, he writes in here, it's 30 tefachim. You guys have this page? Okay, let's continue to step number 2. The Havamina is the first Havamina in the Gemara. There's 3 pshatim in the Gemara. Shot number 1, that it goes. We're talking about the height. That the height was shrunken a little bit. Some of the amas were shrunken. So where was it shrunken? From the bottom till the soivev, till the ledge. And over there, all the amas are of 5 tefachim. Umay cheik ha'ama va'ama roichav. And what does it mean? Cheik ha'ama va'ama roichav. V'cheik ha'amar. Mecheik ha'ama va'ad ama roichav va'ama bas chamisha. From the bottom. What's mecheik ha'ama? From the yisoid. From the base, the ledge on the bottom, that little step that comes out all the way in the bottom, all the way up till the ledge, the soivev, that's all going to be 5 tefachim per amma. Now goes the Gemara to show us that it's impossible. Now we know the mizbeach was 10 amos. How much is 10 amos if we go in 6 tefachim? 60 tefachim. Well, it can't be 60 tefachim now, because we just shaved off a bunch of tefachim. We took 6 amos, and we shaved off from each of those 6 amos a tefach. So how many tefachim did we take off? 6. So we're down to 54. Right? We only have 54 tefachim in height now, instead of 60. Now, Why is that a problem? Shiz b'nei chamsho. 6 amos of the bottom 6 amos of the mizbeach were of 5 tfachim. Va'arba b'nei shita. And the 4 top amos, meaning from the ledge all the way to the top of the keren, were the normal amos of 6. So mizbeach kama havi? How many are you left with? 54. Chamshin va'arba. Right? 30 on the bottom plus 24 on top is 54 tfachim. Now, if you have 54 tfachim, you have to cut the mizbeach in half with a red line. The red line is smack down the middle. Smack down the middle of 54 is how much? Halgi the mizbeach kama hava? Esrim v'shiva. Oh. Now, up until now is good? 27. Not you, because you're the genius of math. I'm talking about everybody else. Now, from the top corner of the mizbeach until the ledge is how much? Let's do the math together. How many amos is it?
We're talking about 6s.
We're talking about 6s. How many amos do you have from the top corner to the ledge?
24.
4 amos. Right? The bottom 6, we said is 5 amos. The top 4 is 6. 6 times 4 is how much? 24. So we only have 24 tfachim from the top corner to the ledge where the kohen is standing. Kama botzel lepalgedim mizbeach. Oh. Now the kohen is standing on the ledge. From his feet to the midpoint of the mizbeach is how much? The midpoint we said is 27. Because if you take 54 tfachim and divide it in half, it's 27. And the kohen is standing 24 from the top. Rabbi, say, you losing me? I see like the oilam is what?
Carry on.
Outside.
You finished it.
What's the issue?
What's the issue? Issue is, I'll go over it again. I'll tell you the issue and I'll go over it again. The issue is that he's standing on the ledge. Rabbi said, one more here, just let me get your attention for a second. The kohen is standing on the ledge, which is 24 tfachim off the top of the mizbeach. Where's the midpoint of the mizbeach? At 27. How many tfachim below his feet? 3. And the Mishnah says he's allowed to pour the blood 6 tfachim below his feet. 3 more than allowed.
Why?
It's also to pour the blood below the red line. You're not allowed to go below the red line.
Standing up.
What?
He's standing.
No, the Mishnah says he's allowed to pour the blood 6 tfachim below his feet.
3 below the red line.
3 below the red line. The red line is in the wrong place, according to you. Why is it in the wrong place? Because you chopped off 3 tvachim. You made these 5 tvachim amos. The mizbeach is supposed to be 60 tvachim. 60 tvachim, and he's
And he's on 27
normally.
right now. 27.
No, he's on 24.
24 from the
He's on 24.
The line is on 27.
No, the line is supposed to be on. Time out. Let's go backwards. Let's go backwards. The line is supposed to be. Gershon, hold on a second. Calm down. Listen. It's very simple. If you cut the mizbeach in half, on a normal mizbeach that's 60 tvachim, 30. And he's standing on 24. So the mission is beautiful. He has 6 tvachim below his feet until the line to throw the blood. That's great if the mizbeach is 60 tvachim. But you want to tell me that part of these amos are 5 tvachim. You're shrinking. You use the word shrinking. You're going to shrink the mizbeach. You just shrunk the mizbeach to 54 tvachim. If you shrink the mizbeach to 54 tvachim, then the midpoint goes from 30 to 27.
Why 27?
Because half of 54 is 27. If you just shrunk the mizbeach to 54, the midpoint is 27. And he's still standing on the 24 ledge, 24 tefachim from the top. So now below his feet, he's standing on 24. That didn't change because you didn't shrink the top part, you only shrunk the bottom part.
They would only put the red
So
line.
he only has 3 tefachim to go underneath.
Prorated on the bottom
There's no proration. It has to be exactly halfway down the middle, which is at 27. And the kohen is standing on the 24 line. From his feet to the midpoint is 3 tefachim. And you're not allowed to pour the blood more than 3 tefachim below his feet. And the Mishnah says you can pour it 6 tefachim below his feet. It's a raya that you cannot shrink the mizbeach. It's a beautiful raya.
You're missing 3 tefachim.
Let's see it inside.
Say low.
No. Palgim mizbeach hama, we throw it out the window. This shot is no good. Palgim mizbeach hama avesim v'shiva mekronis v'atzoyev kama hava, from the corner until the ledge that he's standing on is esrim v'arba. So if you take off 27 and you take off 24 from 27, the mizbeach tlasa, then you're only left with 3 tfachim. And the problem is, usnan, we learned in Zvachim, there was a red line to differentiate between the upper bloods and the lower bloods. What is the upper blood and lower blood? The chatos and the oilas ha'oif go above the red line. Elahadasanya, and then the Gemara continues. Gabi oilas ha'oif, it says by the bird, Hoya oilok bakevesh, the kohen would walk up the ramp. Upar l'soiv, made a right turn onto the ramp. Ubala karen dremis mizrachas. He came to the first corner of the mizbeach. Umaylikis rosham imularpa. Umavdil. He puts his thumb through its neck by the back of his neck. Umavdil, and he cuts off the head. Umoitzes dam, and he squeezes out the blood. Al karen mizbeach. V'masal lematam miraglov, and if the blood hit below his feet, afilu ama. This is the point. Even one amma, but it has to be above the red line. But he has a full amma. Sheira.
So they were talking about an amma 3 tefachim.
No, that's your teretz, but the Gemara doesn't like that. Now it comes out that from the line, from the chut sikra, from the red line, till his feet is only 2 amma, below the red line, he went at least 2 tefachim. Even if you're going to go with the amma of 5 tefachim, he still had to go below the red line, 2 tefachim, to get to amma, which is possible. Ella, a whole new pshat, Rabbi Isai. Now we could go to a different page in Simon's stuff. Page number 2. It says on the top of the page, Bas Hey B'chnisas Amo. Knisa, an entrance, would mean the flat surface, the horizontal. Okay. Ella, this page. Bas Chamisho B'chnisas.
Of all these pages.
Yeah, okay. Daddy, I got Rishus. He's very happy that people should be zoicha to learn from his Torah. Elochei ka'ama. So now you have to say the Yisoid is not referring to, look, this Yisoid on the bottom, it's not referring to the vertical, but what's shrunk is the horizontal. What you step on, what you sit on.
Meuzan, not Muna. Shrunk Meuzan.
What's going to happen now if we do that?
No
We're going to
changes on the height.
No changes on the height, beautiful. Changes on the width of the Mizbeach. And that's a big problem.
Because the top.
Yeah. Because the top of the Mizbeach has to be a certain amount. And the whole Beis HaMikdash has to be a certain amount.
What if it be a perfect square now?
Maybe it's just
It will be perfect.
maybe it's
square.
just the
Let's go. What?
maybe it's just that piece that goes around this way. That's shrunken.
Right. But that's part of the Mizbeach. That's part of the Mizbeach. Says the Gemara, Elchei Kohamo Knisa. The Yisoid on the bottom goes in, it's only 5 tefachim. Amar Roichav, and the Soivev is also Knisa, meaning the horizontal, the flat, not the vertical. Gvula Svasa, we're talking about the Kronos, Soviv, Knisa. So once again, we're going to shrink the size of the Keren, we're going to shrink the size of the Soivev, the size of the Keren, and the size of the base.
Are we shrinking?
Basically, what are we taking off? 3 tefachim from each side. Meaning we just lost a full amma of the whole Mizbeach. So if I tell you that the Mizbeach is 32 amos, that's incorrect. The Mizbeach is really 31 amos. Because I just took off a tefach from each side.
If you calculate it.
Yeah.
But how does it work on the side that you don't have a soiver? How do you take off?
You don't take it off like that.
Maybe
So he's.
It's just the Karen and the soiv in the bottom, in the base that is.
Oh yeah, we went through it in Zvachim. We had it was pasha. He shrunk it this way from corner to corner. It's 32. I don't know. Okay, fine. Let's go. Wow, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Well, let's also kind of solve Knisa. Mizbech Hamahavale Shitin. Now the Gemara says this is beautiful. Now, if you're talking about the height, because the Mizbech is 60 tefachim high. Palgan Mizbech Kamahavet Losin. The Gemara says everything that we discussed before. Half of 60 is 30. Mikroni Satsoyev Kamahavi Asmarba. He's still standing on the ledge, which is 4 amos from the top, which is 24 tefachim from the top. So 24 to the 30 point. Kama Batzala Palgan Mizbech Shisha Usnan. It says in the Mishnah Masala Matam Raglov Afilo Ama Achas Chera. That works out beautifully. He has 6 tefachim below his feet to spread the blood. But Mayu came to Beknisa. So he told me that the horizontal is 5 tvachim. Now the Gemara is going to throw this out the window. Vosnan, it says, it says that the Mizbeach is 32 by 32. The bottom base of the Mizbeach went in 1 amma on each side of the Mizbeach. Nimsa, shleishim shleishim. If you remove 2 amos from the base, you're left with this part of the Mizbeach. What you see over here is only 30 amos by 30 amos because there's a base on the bottom. As the Gemara, shleishim shnei tvachim havi, it's not accurate. It's really 30 amos plus 2 tvachim because I only took off 5 tvachim from each side instead of 6 tvachim. I'm left with really 30 plus 2 tvachim. V'su, keep on going. Allah chamesh. I went up 5 amos. V'konas amma. Zeu soivev. Where is the ledge? I go up another 5 amos. In other words, 6 amos from the floor, 5 amos from the top of the base. And what happens then? Nimsa esrim v'shmoina al esrim v'shmoina. If I take off from the 30 that I have left, I take off an amma from each side of the mizbeach for the ledge, I'm left with 28. Ask the Gemara, esrim v'shmoina ve'arba tfachim havi. I only took off 2 tfachim. I took off 2 tvachim less than needed, plus the 2 tvachim less than needed all the way in the base. That's 4 tvachim total that I have to add on to the whole measurement. So it's 28 plus 4 tvachim. Okay, so this is loida. That it's 28 and 4 tvachim, but I never mentioned it. I don't want to mention fractions. But that's not a good pshat. Why? Because mokum karnas amma mizom v'am mizom. But there's 3 things that I just took off. I made them into 5 tvachim. The keren, the soivev, and the base. So that's really 3 times 2 because there's 2 kronis on each side of the mizbeach. That's 6 tvachim. 6 tvachim already is something chashav called a full amma. So I can't say loidak on a whole amma. Min zesrim v'sheish al esrim v'sheish. And it says if I take off from the kronos, I'm left with 26. It's not true. Esrim v'sheva havu. Now it's a full amma. I have to add a full amma to the 26, and I'm left with 27. Loidak. So you know what? I'll roll with you. I'll say even on a full amma, loidak. He wasn't so accurate. Instead of saying 27, he said 26. Okay, that can be. Why? Because makim hiluch ragli kahanim amma mizeh v'amma mizeh. There's the place past the keren, a little bit past the keren. The keren is 1 amma wide, but a little bit past it, there's a full amma that the kohanim go. Simon has it on page number 3. You'll see hiluch kohanim. There's one of these lines says hiluch kohanim. Right over here, there's a full amma where the kohanim could walk. Mokim hiluch kohanim. You see, all the way on top. This little thing, mokim hiluch kohanim.
That's why they didn't burn any.
Right, they didn't burn their feet because they. Right. Ninsa, and then it says if you take off that amma that the kohanim are walking, there's 24. Ninsa is mokim amarocha. But it's not true. The Marocha is 25. So you'll say, instead of saying 25, it's a 24. That's impossible. The place where you burn, where the fire is 24 by 24. And you cannot say that the Torah is loidak. The Torah is very accurate. The Torah never makes a mistake. Also, there's a picture here that the Torah says 12, but it doesn't mean literally 12. It means if you take the center point of the Mizbeach, you go out in each direction 12, you have 4 quadrants of 12 by 12, which equals 24 by 24. Akoponim, it's not 25, it's 24, because the Torah says specifically 24. Don't tell me loidak on the Torah. Should we stop over here? What? It's smack in the middle of a sugya, but we'll have to. Okay, let's finish this. Right. Okay. It maybe say that when it comes to the width of the mizbeach, some of the amas are 5 and some are 6.
Last 3.
For the mizbeach is 31 amos imkain rav chelula azara. So now there's a problem. If the mizbeach is only 31 amos wide, we have a big problem because it says in the Mishnah, this not kol azara. You have to go for this. There's a beautiful picture. This one it says ha'azara on the top of his handout. Ha'azara, beautiful. If you follow it, It says like this. This is the key number. How do you get to 187 amos length? Aroichav meir shleishim v'chamish is 135. That we don't care about. We care about the first number, 187. B'mizrach l'mayrav, from east to west, meir shmonim v'sheva. Mekoim drisis ragli Yisrael, 11 amo, u'mekoim drisis ragli kohen, 11 amo. You have 11 and 11 right over here. 11 for the Yisraelim, 11 for the Kohanim. It's in the picture too. Now, the Mizbech is 32. Now, if I say 31 instead of 32, I mess up my 187. This cheshbon only happens because it's 32, which so far is 22 amis plus 32 is 54. Beinula Mizbech Esem Rishtayim Amma is another 22 is 76. Ha'echol Meo Amma is 176. Achadisri Amma Achari Beis HaParoiches. In the picture is beautiful over here also. There's a brown line over here. You get another 11 is 186, 187. The problem is that the Mizbech is only 31. It comes out to 186.
That's why it's not.
You're telling me it's 187. If the Mizbech is 31, it's not. Ella is tomorrow. The final best shot. What do we do? Okay, so we finished today's daf, Baruch Hashem. Hit me up on this. You did a great job. Phenomenal job. If you do this.